Have you ever wondered just how scientists manage to size up the largest creatures on Earth? Measuring a squirrel or a house cat is one thing. Grab a tape measure, maybe a scale, and you're done. But when it comes to the true giants of the animal kingdom, from towering elephants to gigantic blue whales, the task becomes a whole lot more complicated. Today, we're setting out on an adventure into the world of animal measurement, uncovering the ingenious methods researchers use to solve one of nature's most fascinating puzzles. Let's start our journey on land, where some of the largest terrestrial animals roam. For smaller creatures, traditional tools like measuring tapes and calipers do the trick. Scientists can gently handle lizards, birds, or small mammals, recording their lengths and weights with relative ease. But when the subject is a full-grown African elephant or a giraffe, things get interesting. Imagine trying to wrap a tape measure around a moving, multi-ton animal. To tackle this, researchers often turn to photogrammetry. This technique involves snapping multiple photographs from different angles and then using specialized software to reconstruct the animal's dimensions in 3 dimensions. It's a non-invasive method that minimizes stress for the animal and maximizes accuracy for the scientists. Another high-tech approach is laser scanning. By projecting a harmless laser grid onto the animal's body, researchers can capture its contours and create a detailed 3D model. This method is especially useful for animals with complex shapes or those that can't be easily approached. For fieldwork, some teams use custom-built, animal-friendly measuring sticks. These are long, lightweight poles marked with measurements, designed to be placed next to the animal without causing alarm or harm. Whether it's a gentle giraffe or a cautious rhino, the goal is always the same: get the most accurate measurement with the least amount of disturbance. Now, let's take a plunge beneath the waves, where the challenges of measurement are amplified by the vastness and unpredictability of the ocean. Measuring sea creatures like whales, sharks, or giant squids is a daunting task. One traditional method, known as whale marking, involves approaching a whale in a small boat and using a long pole to mark its length while it surfaces. As you might imagine, this can be risky for both the researchers and the whales, and it's not always practical in rough seas or with particularly elusive species. To overcome these challenges, scientists have embraced aerial photogrammetry. Using drones or planes, they capture high-resolution images of whales as they swim near the surface. By including a known object, such as the research boat, in the frame, they can accurately estimate the whale's size. This method is safer, less invasive, and allows for the measurement of multiple individuals in a single flight. Acoustic measurement is another fascinating approach. By sending out sound waves and analyzing the echoes that bounce back from an animal's body, researchers can estimate its size and even track its movement in the depths. Of course, measuring giant animals isn't without its hurdles. Getting close enough is often the first and biggest challenge. Many large animals are wary of humans, live in remote areas, or are simply too dangerous to approach. Even when researchers do get close, animals rarely cooperate by standing still or posing perfectly. They might be moving, hiding, or behaving unpredictably, making precise measurement a real test of patience and skill. Ethical considerations are always at the forefront. Scientists must ensure that their methods don't harm or overly stress the animals, balancing the need for data with the responsibility to protect wildlife. Accuracy is another critical concern. When you're measuring a creature as large as a blue whale, even a tiny error can mean a difference of several feet. To improve precision, researchers often take multiple measurements, cross-check results using different methods, and use reference objects in their images. They also report the margin of error for each measurement, acknowledging the inherent uncertainties in working with living, moving subjects. Technological innovation is revolutionizing the field of animal measurement. Drones have become indispensable, providing a bird's-eye view with minimal disturbance. Satellite imagery allows scientists to track and measure animals in some of the world's most inaccessible locations, from polar bears in the Arctic to elephants in remote savannas. Thermal imaging cameras can detect animals by their body heat, making it possible to find and measure them even in darkness or dense vegetation. Advanced AI and machine learning algorithms are now being used to analyze thousands of images, identifying animals and calculating their sizes with remarkable speed and accuracy. LiDAR technology, which uses laser pulses to map surfaces, is also being explored for creating detailed 3D models of animals in the wild. Comparing traditional and modern measurement tools highlights the evolution of this science. While measuring tapes and calipers are still invaluable for smaller, cooperative animals, they're simply not practical for giants. Modern tools like drones, photogrammetry software, and laser scanners offer non-invasive, efficient, and highly accurate alternatives. However, these technologies come with their own challenges. They can be expensive, require specialized training, and sometimes depend on ideal weather or environmental conditions. The best method often depends on the animal, the environment, and the specific research goals. Ethics remain central to every step of the process. Scientists must always prioritize the welfare of the animals they study. This means selecting methods that minimize stress, avoiding unnecessary capture, and carefully considering the impact of their presence. Even seemingly harmless tools, like drones, can disturb sensitive species if not used thoughtfully. Strict guidelines, permits, and oversight ensure that research is conducted responsibly, protecting both animals and ecosystems. Looking to the future, the possibilities for animal measurement are expanding rapidly. Satellite-based tracking could one day allow for continuous, global monitoring of animal sizes and movements. AI-powered systems may soon automate much of the measurement process, handling vast amounts of data with unprecedented accuracy. Animal-mounted sensors could provide real-time information on size, growth, and behavior, offering insights that were once unimaginable. Citizen science projects are also on the rise, inviting people from all walks of life to contribute photos and observations, helping to build a more complete picture of our planet's biodiversity. So the next time you marvel at a photograph of a colossal whale or a towering elephant, remember the ingenuity, dedication, and care that go into measuring these wonders of nature. From humble measuring tapes to cutting-edge drones and lasers, the quest to understand Earth's largest creatures is a story of curiosity, innovation, and respect for the natural world. And who knows, maybe your own measurements, whether of a tree, a pet, or something even bigger, could one day contribute to this ongoing adventure. Keep thinking big, stay curious, and let your fascination with the natural world inspire your next discovery.